everyone and welcome. My name is Dirge, and this is going to be another game from the Aces ROG tournament that happened a couple weeks ago. This is going to be Game 2 between Team Liquid's TLO and RunA. If you did not see the first game, definitely go check that out. There will be a link in the description, as well as an annotation at the end of this video to go to my pro playlist, so I can definitely recommend you checking that out. Let's try to speak today. Yeah, and there will probably be spoilers, so if you don't want to find out anything about the first game, I suggest you leave the video now and go check out Game 1. This is going to be on Newkirk Precinct. We have TLO spawning down here in the bottom right corner as the blue ZvP, and we have RunA spawning down here in the bottom left corner as the pink PredatorPL. Now, last game we saw a pretty long game actually. RunA it was a pretty back and forth game, but RunA being able to take the victory on that one. We will see if he is able to do the same here again. It looks like we are going to be seeing the same build out of TLO, which again, I mean, if it didn't work last time, but there wasn't really a build issue, I don't think. But definitely, like, I don't know, it's like unsafe. I mean, it gives you the economic lead, but he doesn't know what RunA's doing. I mean, I guess he assumes RunA's going to be going for the same build because it worked last time, but I don't know. As a ZerG player, I'd rather be safe than sorry. And I mean, if the ZerGlings a little earlier are going to help me out and at least not let me lose my expansion early on and waste my resources, then great. But we do see the spawning pool going down now for TLO. Gateway just about done for RunA. Geyser is done, and we do have the Cyber Core on the way. So it looks like the same build pretty much that we saw last game. So I wouldn't even be surprised if we saw the same kind of initial push either. But I guess we will have to wait and see. Hopefully we're going to be peeking in here, kind of see what is going on, sees exactly what RunA is doing. Cyber Core and the Zealot just about done here. Probe is going to be going down to low ground to expand. And we do have the expansion for TLO just about done over here. Now, we do have a couple queens on the way, a couple zerglings, so nothing too out of the ordinary from either of these players. It looks like it's going to be very, almost like an exact repeat of the last game. So nothing strange at all. Should see zergling speed coming up soon. Do the mothership core just about done now for RunA, so I would not be surprised if he actually sent that over to TLO's base, just kind of see what is going on over there. Although queens will be out, so that probably will not be the best of ideas now, would it? Expansion just about halfway done now for RunA. We do have Warp Gate research on its way. Should be getting Chrono Boosted out. Instead he opts to Chrono Boost out some probes. I guess the economy is more important for him because he knows that TLO is more of the macro style player. He's not going to go for any sort of early aggression. Although in TLO's case it might not even be a bad idea because nobody would be expecting that. But it does not look like that will be the case. Just a couple zerglings poking up here, see what is going on. Mothership core will be able to defend the natural fort now by itself. We have a few more gateways going down. Looks like some sentries going to be coming out as well. Do have zergling speed. It's like a mirror of last game, basically. Overlord's definitely getting in some pretty decent positions here. Going to see anything that comes out of that base, which is definitely good for TLO. And we do have Overlord speed on the way again. Not something you see very often because Overlords don't have detection. I mean, you have your Overseers, so they have speed right when you create them. So this isn't something unusual because usually you want to save that gas for something else, whether it be research or you want to get an earlier spire or anything like that. So it's a little surprising to me. Maybe it's not surprising. Maybe it is the meta. I don't know. But definitely a little surprising for me. We do have the second forge going. No, first forge. Sorry. This is actually going to be tickling this Overlord to death over here. It looks like Overlord will be able to escape though, because sentries are not fast enough for Overlords with speed. So it looks like we are going to see basically the same push that we saw in the other game, and the roach warren timing is just about the same, as well as the lair. So it looks like RunA going to be trying the same sentry zealot push again. However, I think TLO kind of sees exactly what's going on, so we will be seeing, I think, a few more roaches than we did last time, so we can defend it a little more effectively and not lose quite so much this time around. So push is on the way. These sentries are going to be tickling this Overlord now, so Overlord is getting a kick out of that, going to just hang it on the building so it stops until it stops laughing, before it laughs to death and just explodes all over the ground, you know. So do have some roaches going to be coming out now, going to be spawning just as this army gets in here. ZerGling is going to come around the back here. I don't think the ZerGlings want to engage, though. I think they're going to want to wait until RunA decides to push into the third base here, because the surround with the roaches and the ZerGlings would just be pretty optimal at this point. Going to be trying to take out that Overlord there, to no avail, though. Overlord is way too fast for those sentries. TLO might try to get a run-by in here, but the Zealot is just saying no to any sort of run-by, and these other Zealots are here to back him up. So not going to see anything come out of that. Going to be backing up with this army, actually. I'm kind of surprised, but I think he knows that TLO is definitely prepared for any sort of push with those sentries. Going to see Roach Speed on the way, as well as the Robobay, or Robotics Facility just being done now, so we're just seeing an Immortal, or at least a couple of Observers coming out relatively soon. Third base is going down for RunA, so we should be seeing a fourth base going down for TLO any time now. That's hallucination. Just getting some scouting information here. Does see the Hydroden going down now. Does see the second evolution chamber, so it kind of knows exactly what's going on. We do +1 armor going down now for both of these players. Infestation Pit for TLO coming down right now, as well as 2 more gases. So maybe we will see Swarm Host this time. Maybe TLO saw how decent they were at the end of the last game and will opt for Swarm Host this time. I wouldn't even be surprised if we saw another Spire, actually, just in case for Corruptors. Although if he does get enough Swarm Hosts on the field quickly enough, that will not even be an issue. I don't even think he'll have to worry about getting any Corruptors or Mutalisks. Now, I'm wondering if RunA will opt for High Templar again, or if he will just go for the Colossus this time. We do have missile attacks on the way for TLO, as well as Hydra Speed. I do have a few Hydralisks on the way as well. There goes the Spire and Hive Tech, so he's just getting all of his tech now. I do see the Twilight Council going down now for RunA. Maybe we will see Blink right away again. That is very possible. It did work pretty well for him last time, so I don't see why not. Just not really sizable army here for TLO, but it is going to be moving out across the map here, just to, I guess, kind of see what is going on, make sure there's no ninja expansions. Or maybe not. I thought that one ZerGling was going to run up there and kind of check that out. We do have the fourth base going down now for TLO, though, however. Second Forge is going to be going down, or just being completed now for RunA, so we already seeing some double upgrades from him. Going to be moving in here with these ZerGlings. Going to be able to do some decent amount of damage. Not even, because those 2 Immortals are going to be denying any sort of Roach aggression. And those Hydras will just fall right after those Roaches do. So definitely not going to want to engage here, just kind of seeing what is going on. We do have a lot of early upgrades again. Oh no, I thought that was +3 attack, sorry. So we're basically at the upgrade point we were at last time too. Going to have the same timing that he did also, so this is a pretty decent timing. I mean, +2/+2 plus Blink, plus you have the Immortal composition with the Sentries. I mean, that is just pretty crucial stuff right there. +1 missile attack just getting completed now, as well as the Spire. And we do have the +1 melee attack on the way for TLO. Melee attack, kind of weird upgrade. I mean, he does have a couple ZerGlings out, but unless he plans on going for Ultralisks, I don't even know. He does have the Greater Spire on the way again, though. How I don't know if the maybe the melee attacks upgrade Broodlings. I'm gonna have to check it out this time if he does manage to get any Broodlords out. Which it looks like, why else would you get a Greater Spire? So definitely gonna be seeing a big wall off here for the most part. Tons of gateways going around this Nexus. Pylons everywhere. Gonna make sure no ZerGlings get in here whatsoever. TLO not even really having that many ZerGlings. I'm actually kind of surprised we're gonna see another Greater Spire on the way here. I'm waiting for the Ultralisk Cavern, but I don't think we're gonna see it. We do have a lot of Corruptors on the way, so that's definitely gonna be having quite a few Broodlords coming out now. The This army just kind of chilling out up here, making sure that RunA does not go for a 4th base. They clear out these rocks, so maybe TLO will be going for a 5th base pretty soon. Both players just look like they're biding their time. Blink is almost done, +2/+2 is almost done. So I would not be surprised if RunA decided to push out now, especially with all these gateways being done as well. Definitely have a big reinforcement here. Does have the economy to do so, so that would not surprise me one bit. We do have the Hydra range coming out on the way here. TLO gets his 2 Zerglings in there, kind of sees what's going on, sees the army composition, sees the gateways. Don't know if he noticed. He doesn't know the upgrades are done. Do have Psystorm on the way again, so get basically the same build from both of these players as last game. In RunA's case, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So, not surprised at all for that. Do have Zealot legs on the way. Psystorm is on the way. +3 attack, and we should see +3 armor relatively soon. For RunA, do have 3 Stargates, which is kind of interesting, but knowing that TLO is probably going for Broodlords, even though he doesn't have any observers out, which is kind of weird. I think Void Ray is definitely a viable option here, especially since the Hydra count is not high at all. I mean, this is some pretty quick Broodlords. And he does have 4 bases going. This one's not so saturated yet, but definitely could cause some damage here with these Zerglings and Broodlords. A few Hydralisks. Hydralisk count, I think, should be higher, but we will definitely see what is going to happen here. It looks like we might be seeing some sort of engagement. TLO going to be going for the base here. Might want to back out the Zerglings, because the Zergling's not going to be so useful against this wall here because of the Photon Cannon. It looks like Broodlords are going to take out the Photon Cannon. RunA's army trying to get into a good position here. TLO's got to be careful because there could be some pretty decent force fields coming out of all those sentries there. He still has a few. He's like 5 sentries there. So it definitely could be dangerous here for TLO. Losing an Overlord there, it looks like, or an Overseer. So this army here trying to swing around back here, but there's so many Zerglings. There goes the Time Warp. There's the Warp in, and here comes the army from the back side here. And it looks like TLO's army is just going to get choked out on this ramp, which is not ideal at all. I see these Broodlings here. Where's the Broodling? They do get the bonus from the attack upgrade, actually. I don't know why my computer's making... This map always lags for me. I am not sure why. I think if I know I'm going to do a game on this map, I'd like decrease the graphics or something, but it looks like this army from TLO just not gonna be enough. If RunA swings some of these Stalkers around the other side here, it could just be devastating for TLO. It's actually just going to do the big blink forward under the Broodlords, which is definitely not good. I mean, it does have a few Broodlords here. The Zergling's still here, raking some kills. Hydra's doing a lot of damage. This actually is looking pretty good for TLO now. Definitely a huge Hydra reinforcement here. Going to be able to take out these Immortals like nothing as soon as that line of Stalkers melts. The Sentry's going to be going down, so no more force fields. Looks like barely any Stalkers left. We'll have to back out a little bit. Once these force fields are gone, though, these Broodlords can just work their way through these Immortals here. So big blink forward here. I don't think that was the best idea, though. We do have some Void Rays out, though, so definitely going to be big for RunA here. However, these Hydras are just ripping through these Stalkers here. Going to be losing an Immortal here, maybe more. It does kill all the Void Rays. 2 Broodlords still have. Going to be forcing this army, for what's left of it anyway, for RunA back into here. Did manage to take out this Nexus here. RunA trying to expand up here and try to make a new 3rd base, but it doesn't look like it is looking too good for RunA at this point. Huge supply deficit. Do have the Ultra's Cavern finally coming out here. Bunch of Roaches on the way. Pretty decent reinforcement here from TLO. Looks like he's just going to keep pressing his advantage, and there goes the GG from RunA. That's kind of surprising to me. I mean, it looked like the exact same game, but just better executed by TLO. I mean, we saw the Broodlords, we saw the initial push by RunA. It was like watching the same game on a different map. However, even though RunA knew what to expect, so did TLO, and I think TLO just executed everything a little bit better and managed to come out just a little bit ahead. So if you guys like this video, definitely drop me a like, drop me a comment, favorite it, whatever you want to do. Subscribe, helps me out a ton. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.